it that he kind of grew up fairly poor and really wanted to transcend his circumstances and kind of left her behind?
I think it was both.
Yeah, it felt like it could be both because she was kind of pretty cold, right, to him.
Oh, definitely.
But
cold in a way that wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't just resentful of something he did. It just felt like she was always cold to him. You know,
it's very possible. Yeah.
And the relationship with Carrie Coon and her mom also kind of fucked, right?
Yeah,
her mom who's like, just have fun, be a fun person. Isn't it fun to be fun? And it's like, that's, messes you up in a different way.
Just let your husband handle it all. That's his job.
Well, guys, it was the 80s. It was a different time back then, you know? I kid. But speaking of the 80s, by the way, I spent the whole movie trying to figure out, why is this movie set in the 80s? And I realized like the entire ending sequence probably wouldn't work unless it was set in the 80s.
Right.
Because you need to use a cell phone.
Yeah, because they'd have cell phones and stuff.
That's the whole point. I think
Uber,
there's a little more than that.
Solve this problem in 5 minutes. Yeah.
There's another scene, along the lines of what you were bringing up, Devindra, that really moved me because it's not the kind of scene you really find in movies, but feels really true. Mm-hmm. And it's the scene where the daughter is all pissed off at the mom for forgetting her or whatever, and she's upstairs, and again, one of those very still, static, wide shots, the mom and the son coming in, and she's like doing her teenage daughter pissed off at mom routine, and then the son says, "Hey, give mom a break, her horse died today." Mm-hmm. And the daughter just like changes on a dime and becomes so concerned, and it's like, it says so much about that relationship and who those people are. Like, she recognizes in that moment, I got to cut the crap of this, this sad sack routine that I'm doing, this raking my mom over the coals. And it's a beautiful moment of genuine love in a family. Like, that's what people do. They're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It's about me. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't realize it's about you. It's such a great moment that you don't find in movies ever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Speaking of the horse, what did you guys make of what was going on there? Like, the horse was still alive?
First of all, I have to say, this movie finally taught me what you do with a dead horse, right? Just like
I want to know how the hell they shot that. Is that just a real dead horse?
Yeah. That is
like so.
There's
my
rules about that
right?
shit, right?
Yeah. My interpretation was the son saw the horse breathing, right? Did you guys perceive that?
No, I thought. I don't know if I got that.
No, I literally rewound it and watched it frame by frame, and the horse is clearly breathing in the ground.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
And so that's why he's like, I got to show you this.
I didn't get that either.
Yeah, so he's like, I got to show you this thing, and that's why he takes her out to the horse, because he thinks the horse is still alive. Mm-hmm. It's very, very subtle. Like, because basically we were watching it on the TV, and we're like, did we actually see that? And we rewound it, and there's a focus pull, but the scene takes place at night, so it's hard to see. But that was my sense of it.
Wow, I did not get that at all. I thought it was something about the fact that the horse wasn't completely buried.
Yeah, like he's being unearthed, and it's like, hey,
no, but there's a reason why she's trying to unbury him, right? She's trying to unearth him.
She thinks he's still alive?
She thinks he's still alive,
Jesus
but he's
Christ.
Dead. Yeah.
Boy, that changes a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I saw it wrong, but there's that scene where he goes out there, and then the camera focuses on the horse, and you see the horse's body moving up and down, and that's why he goes in. He like wants to tell the daughter, but like he can't find her because the scene is so messed up. Like the party is happening. So Carrie Coon thinks she thinks the horse is alive too. She sees that. Yeah, I mean, I think he says, like, I need to tell you something, and then the next scene is we see them, like, walking out there, and presumably he's, like, told her what he saw on the walk there.
Because her reaction is so extreme that I would guess it felt to me like it needed to be something that she perceived herself.
Yeah, like, well, the horse must have, like, unearthed itself a little. I think that's part of what happened there.
But it was, either way, it was very subtle moment. But
I mean, even unclear, it was very powerful.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was a great, and we should say all the performances of the movie are great, but I would say like Carrie Coon and Jude Law really like steal the show in this film.
Also that horse though. Like, is there a horse?
Yeah, I don't know how they.
I don't know how they did that stuff. I don't know how they did that stuff. So pretty incredible stuff.
Yeah, I
Jeff,
mean the forklift thing of the just like oof.
To close though, Jeff, I'm reminded of Carl Sagan's words in the movie Contact. Quote, "You're an interesting species, an interesting mix. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. You feel so lost, so cut off, so alone, only you're not. See, in all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other." End quote. I thought of that when you were talking about how this movie made you feel. So
yeah, thanks. Yeah,
it's a great film.
Beautiful words.
And that's kind of how I felt about the ending. Is like the only way these people are going to face life is with each other. You don't get to choose your family.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, right? You can't control like who you're married to. If this is not working, you could be like, just go, just fuck off. But I think everything leading up to the ending too, like we haven't even mentioned, like that amazing dinner scene where she, because
I think my soul left my body.
Oh man,
during that scene.
Oh man, it's like, this is more than like Curb Your Enthusiasm sketch. Like this is like she's going for the throat in this, and the dancing sequence afterwards where she like she downs 2 vodka tonics and she just goes and like has her dance and has her moment to be like on her own, I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah, and intercutting it with the daughter doing the same thing as well, I thought was very effective. So,
I thought for sure she was going to hit him on the way home.
I was so worried about something like that, or just her having a bad ending with that drive. Yeah.
But that's kind of what I love most about this movie is lesser movies would have resorted to something would have decided it needed a big moment like that. And this movie really isn't about those big moments. It's about small moments. And I think it's greater for that, actually.
I'm really glad you liked it, Jeff.
I knew
Devindra and I would be into this shit, but I didn't know if you would find it too depressing, honestly. But I'm glad you really appreciate it. So anyway, that's our review of The Nest, and that is going to wrap us up for today. This episode of the podcast was edited by Beatty Zhang. The theme song was produced by AdamWarrock.com, and our spoiler bumper was done by YouTuber Kyle Hillinger. Check out his YouTube channel. Our weekly plugs music was done by Noah Ross, or at least based off of Noah Ross's work. Next week, we are going to be reviewing the movie Run, which I believe is streaming on Hulu. Sure. I must emphasize, not the HBO original series Run. I am talking about the Hulu,
which we have talked about. We did talk
the
about
Hulu
Run.
movie Run, directed by Anish Chaganty, who also directed Searching, a fairly interesting movie starring John Cho that was told completely on computer screens. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with Run.
Yeah. And
for the After Dark next week, we are going to be discussing New Mutants. So that's what's in store.
That review has been 5 years in the making. Like I forget how long it's been reviewed or delayed at this point.
Yeah. So that's it for this week's episode of the Slash Filmcast. We hope you have a safe Thanksgiving holiday and stay healthy, stay safe out there, be careful, and we'll see you soon.